Oh, he's starting to smoke. He'll probably grow back. He's a vampire. Hello, my name is Mary Graves, and this is Terror Tuesday's Reactions. Alright guys, this is the movie I have been waiting to watch for a pretty damn long time. I've known about it since it was on Bravo's Top 100 Scariest Movie Moments from back when I was in college, 15 years ago. But it was only recently that I found out that this movie was not available to stream or even to really buy anywhere in the US. The only way I could have gotten it on DVD or Blu-ray is if I had bought it from eBay from like a South Korean seller. I wasn't even sure I could trust that to play on our machines here in America. But luckily somebody over at Shudder was listening to mine and Katie from the I Hope You Suffer podcast's prayers and finally made it available to stream in the US. The movie I am talking about is the Kathryn Bigelow 1987 vampire cowboy, hence the hat. I know it's a fedora, it's not really a cowboy hat, but it's the closest thing that I got. Classic Near Dark, starring Bill Paxton and Lance Henriksen and that guy from Heroes, Adrian Pasdar? I don't really know how to pronounce his name that well. But that dude who is the brother of Milo Ventimiglia, God, a lot of names I really should be looking up before I do this, but I'm not gonna. But it is a vampire cowboy movie, and I'm so excited that they finally made this available. I know it's gonna be nice and 80s gory, and Kathryn Bigelow is a great director who also did great movies like Zero Dark 30 and The Hurt Locker. So I know this is going to be something really special, and I'm glad to share it with all of you. Remember, if you are watching this movie, Near Dark from 1987, I'm pretty sure there's no other Near Darks out there. And if there are, they're not vampire cowboy movies. So you know which one you're supposed to watch. Anytime between now and next Terror Tuesdays, do a post, put something on your story, do something on some sort of social media that I'm also on. TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, and of course, Instagram. That's the main one. Tag me, use the hashtag Terror Tuesdays, and you will get to share on whatever social media you are using. That's the game I like to play, and I want you to play it with me. Second game! And this is the first time I am doing this, although I did pre-record a couple other Terror Tuesdays where I may have claimed that that was going to be the first time I'm doing it, but this is definitely coming up before all of those. So this is the first time we are playing this game. I keep seeing people doing games at the end of their videos to see if people are paying attention all the way to the very end. So what I'm going to start doing is bringing my quote game that I do on Instagram every Sunday to my YouTube videos, but it's a little bit different. At the end of my videos, right before I tell you to see you next Tuesday, I'm going to say a quote from a horror movie, and it might be something really obvious, it might be something very obscure, but if you know what movie it's in, comment on my YouTube video the movie you know that quote is from. And I may or may not tell you that you're right. That's another game I like to play, and I want you to play it with me. But enough of my babbling. Let's get watching. In 3, 2, 1. Big thank you to Studio Canal for finally making this video available, by the way. I think they're also coming out with a Blu-ray and DVD release, but I'm not sure that's 100% happening. Oh god. It finally cooled down in Cleveland, but I've gotten so many mosquito bites in just 1 week of summer. I take summer. I'm ready for fall. I'm ready for fall. It needs to be fall. Something about the text in these credits reminds me of Tales from the Crypt. I don't know why, if it's the same text or not. Cute. Because it's respectful to take your hat off when you're leering at a lady. How can somebody that good looking be so creepy when talking to women? Denied.
The light that's leaving that store right now take 1 billion years to get
science. Says the woman who probably has the biggest surprise between the two of them. I mean, really? I think the sound of the horse gave it away. Oh. He's the one that drove. Oh, there comes Dawn. Uh-oh. Oh my God. Okay, I thought we were supposed to like this guy, and he just sounds like a giant creep. He's cute, but he's a creep. Bite him, bite him, bite him, bite him. Ooh, using the tongue. Whoa, using the teeth. Is he turning from that little teeny tiny bite? Vampirism is that infectious in this movie? That's kind of cool. Oh, he's starting to smoke. Oh, they're on their way to find him. Ah, he lost his hat. How's he supposed to be a cowboy without the hat? Oh.
I'm gonna separate your head from your shoulders. Hope you don't mind none. What's going on, son? It's what's coming off. Your face. Clean off. Turn by now.
Oh. Sounds like Top Gun.
4 hours and 9 minutes ago. Meaning a girl on the highway is steady 55. That puts them clear in the next damn state.
That's some good mathin' over there.
Have any idea what it's like to be a big man on the inside and have a small body on the outside?
You have any idea what it's like to hear about it every night? I know you're right.
Just
It's now Severin.
Severin? Do you think JK was writing Severus? Oh, that's Severus. What? Slytherin. I'm combining Slytherin and Severus. She still could have been inspired by it, though. Petty car theft? What kind of crimes would you commit if you were a vampire and could basically get away with anything? You think it's burning? Aliens playing in the background. How hilarious is that? Where they have 3 actors that were in Aliens in this movie. Oh, he's hungry. Ugh. Candy's not gonna help ya.
Get home. Be a good boy.
He's not a dog. So any blood'll do, then. Not just human blood, but vampire blood. Possibly animal blood. And here we go. This feels like a trick. And there you go. Really? Uh-huh. This just reminds me how much I would not be good at being a truck driver, because this is a lot of complicated shit. A lot. He's not gonna do it. I also just realized that this guy is the guy from the Doll Man movies.
I'm gonna get my wet dream, boys.
Wet dream. Just reminds me of this Modern Family joke. You're a wet blanket on my dreams. You know what that leaves me with? Wet dreams. That looks really good.
Margie, give me it. Why don't you hook it up yourself? Hey, ever tell you the one?
Wait, pause. I know I've seen that truck driver bar dude before. I knew it. That guy was in the bar in Terminator 2. He's the one that Arnold Schwarzenegger stole all of his clothes and his motorcycle from. He does not have a lot of good luck in bars.
Pay the man. Oh, bartender. That'll be it. How can you drink? Come on, hit it a couple times. Try to show the floor something.
Human shield. Oh.
Skin is as soft as a creature's belly.
Gonna drink some milk.
Probably spilled a lot of it on the floor. Oh. Feel like The rest of them should be trying to escape, maybe, while the others are preoccupied. Would you just stand there and wait until it's your turn? I feel like you wouldn't. I wouldn't. Although I would probably already be a vampire, but whatever. I'm more of a werewolf.
Finger licking good.
Uh-oh.
Mr. Big Knuckle.
What does that mean? Oh. Maybe not waste so many bullets. Oh, this poor guy. Of course, you had every chance to run the fuck away and you chose not to. So, survival of the smartest, right? She's lying. Thank you. Why didn't he do that earlier? Also, nice jump through the glass. Ooh. He's gonna get in trouble. Gotta watch out for that oncoming sun. Mm-mm. How did you not know that it was daylight out there? It'll probably grow back. He's a vampire. Oh. Oh. I don't think that they thought this through. Well, now he's part of the family. I'm sure nothing wrong will happen from here on out. Just realized Lance Henriksen's character has a giant rat tail.
Put it this way, I fought for the South.
Ugh.
We lost.
Great, so he's not just a vampire, he's a racist vampire.
It's impolite to stare.
That's right. You tell him. Oh, God. It's the 80s. Of course there's not going to be something on another channel.
Punch your lights out.
I didn't realize that was his Sarah. Oh, shit. Dollman has found you.
No! No! Mine.
Ew. Why would he want that bullet back? It's got your blood and mucus on it. I guess it was 5 in the morning at one point. I don't think they were there long enough for it to be sunny already. It's called a vampire. They could probably rub some Vaseline and burn cream on it, right? That'll fix it. I don't hate this part. I'll be damned if this is actually going to cure his vampirism. No way he's dead. He's cured. Just thinking back from when I was probably about that girl's age. If I got to hug a shirtless guy that looked like that for my young kid job, that just would have been like my idea of heaven when I was that age. I liked boys at a very young age. Very, very young age.
Why did you leave?
They were gonna kill his family? Don't let her near your neck.
Warm.
Uh-huh. That's right. Oh. Of course. It's a Western. You gotta have a guy riding a horse. And a tumbleweed. And you gotta have a tumbleweed. Of course. Hell, did you see that guy half naked? He had a belt buckle the size of Texas. So, in case you didn't know, this isn't just a vampire movie. It's also a Western. Ow. Oh.
Let me give you a hand there, buddy.
How did you not see that coming?
They don't put enough tonsils at your asshole. What do you think of them apples, huh?
Ow.
On the count of 5. 1, 2.
Did he mean to skip 3? Oh. Oh. Now, would that do it?
I thought Silver and everything he knew. But not everything I know.
Like, don't get exploded?
It's gonna be your guts snapping like a bullwhip.
Ew. Nice. Magic. Serpentine. Serpentine. See, this is why you don't live on a farm. You live on farmland, you've got nowhere to hide. Nice. Oh. Oof. Wow, that was intense. Ooh. You can move out of the way of the car.
Roast.
Cool guys don't look at explosions. I was gonna say, they gotta cure Maire, right? Hey, I fear the sun. I mean, I'm pale. I get in the sun, I get burnt pretty easily. Damn! I was really hoping there would be something at the end of these credits telling me that Bill Paxton actually survived that explosion, but I guess not. Alright, so let's talk about this movie. You definitely had some cowboy stuff going on. It's very much a Western movie. I feel like it leans more Western than even vampire. They really went heavy on the romance at the beginning, and I gotta admit it was a little bit slower than I was expecting it to be. The trailers and the way people talk about this movie is that it's like a really great vampire movie, and really it feels more like a love story set in a Western state, and vampires just happen to be there. You get a little bit of gore, the bar scene is really good, and I like that they threw in that drama with the family being at the same motel. But I kind of wish we had kind of went in that direction sooner and stayed there longer. I feel like the drama with the family was kind of just thrown in at the end to just try to bring a story to the movie. So I'm a little disappointed. Did I hate the movie? No. This is still a pretty good movie. People should watch it. I'm glad that it's available now so people can watch it. But I'm not 100% sure this is a movie I would watch again. I've watched a lot of vampire movies in my lifetime, and there are vampire movies that I just love even more. You have 30 Days of Night, which is really heavy on the horror, really heavy on the special effects and gore, and also has a little bit of romance thrown in because of the married couple that was breaking up. You know, before the vampires showed up. You've got countless numbers of Draculas that have done it right. And I just rewatched Innocent Blood for the May Queens podcast a few weeks ago, and oh my god, talk about your underrated, under-talked about horror movies, which by the way, that one is available on Stars, so go watch that movie. I think for a beginner horror and a beginner vampire movie, this actually would be really good. It's not that scary, it's not that gory, and even though they're swearing, there's not a lot of like dirtiness or nudity, or actually I don't think there was any nudity. So this might be a good horror movie to, you know, ease slightly older children into watching horror. Of course, if you grew up in the household I grew up in, this is the kind of movie you watch when you're like 5 and getting into horror. Thanks, Mom. Let's talk about my takeaways. Takeaway number 1, if you encounter strangers and animals seem to not like them, I feel like this is a running theme in a lot of movies. You should probably listen to those animals because they're going to know and they're going to tell you, stay away from this person. This is not a good person. This is a bad person, or possibly this person is a vampire or a creature of some sort that you don't know about. So avoid them like the plague. Takeaway number 2, if you're going to commit a crime, like say kill a bar full of people, don't leave witnesses. I feel like that should go without saying, that you don't leave witnesses. I mean, okay, maybe you have a heart and you don't want to kill everybody, blah blah blah, but you know what? If you're gonna commit the crime, you gotta go all the way through it. And takeaway number 3, I think falls into the same category as the way I feel about deserts. Farmland. You know, avoid it if you can at all costs. I mean, there was so much flat land in this movie. Yes, it's Texas. If you can, try to avoid flat land. that has no hiding places whatsoever. And you know, if you can't have a hiding place, I'm gonna add something to this because of the whole farmland not being safe, not being good for hiding. If you find yourself in a situation where somebody's going to be shooting at you or throwing knives or whatever, and you have nothing to hide behind, serpentine, baby. Serpentine it all the way. Just zigzag it up. I'm telling you, spoiler alert for Game of Thrones, if that little Stark kid in the Battle of the Bastards had just, you know, serpentined his way around that field, he probably wouldn't have gotten hit by that arrow. Whatever. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this movie. I did. I didn't enjoy it as much as I was hoping I was going to enjoy it. But I did enjoy this movie, and I'm glad it's one I can check off my list. I had this feeling throughout the entire movie that I wasn't watching a movie. I felt like I was watching something. This movie is from 1987. So we're in prime television season where you have like that late 80s to early 90s crossover feel. Your Renegades and your Highlanders, and you know that skit in Key and Peele where Keegan-Michael Key looks like the guy from Renegade, and he's just going through this like mobster's mansion and he's just breaking everybody's necks, like he's like the neck breaker or something. It had that feel to it, like one of those kind of movies or one of those kind of TV shows. TV shows I watched a lot as a kid. I especially loved both Highlander and Renegade because they had cute guys starring in it, so of course they did. But it's not the same kind of feel I would want from a movie, and I feel like maybe that's the thing that threw me off too. They're just, for 1987, with the movies that had preceded it in the early 80s through that time period, just better special effects. And while there were moments of cinematography that were really beautiful in this movie, I feel like there could have been more to it. I don't know, it just didn't feel like a movie, like a complete movie to me, and it was hard to really get into because of that. It's still a great story. It's still one I would recommend people to see, but I don't see myself going back and watching this again. Sorry. But remember, if you decide to watch this movie, now that it is available for you to watch near dark, anytime between now and next Terror Tuesdays, do a post, put something on your story, do something on some sort of social media and tag me, use the hashtag Terror Tuesdays, and you will get a share on my story or whatever social media you are using. That's the game I like to play, and I want you to play it with me. Speaking of games, remember, if you have made it this far through this movie, then you can play my final game of the video, which is the Guess Which Horror Movie This Quote Is From game. And tonight's quote is, "Only new life can defeat death." Do you know which movie that's from? Comment me which movie this is from. Alright guys, I am going to call it a night. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next Tuesday.